savages. No, you couldn't handle this. Everyone who battled me, they falling like an avalanche. Got them falling back to back. Take them all just hand in hand. Y'all going home, so better pack your bags. I'm a heavy hitter, come take a sip of this potion. Float like a butterfly, I'm floating like the ocean. Battle cries of music to my ears, I'm the composer. Y'all can never hurt me, got you wilting like the roses. Bring your best man, I'm spinning like a cellophane. Climb to the top of all mountains. Make me the boss of all bosses. Climb to the top of all mountains. Make me the boss of all bosses. Better, I'm stronger, I'm faster, okay? Found a new style that I needed to check. Found me some strength that got me through the day. Trained and I train, now I'm ready to play. This beginner is a master, if not, I've been all the way. I've been climbing up the ladder, now it's time to beat the game. Won't let you forget, you better remember the name. Cause I'm headed to the top and got nothing else to say. One check, two, you ain't first, you lose. One check, two, you ain't first, you lose. Quick 1, 2, you'll be the first to lose. Knock you right out like my clock hits snooze. Ridiculous cause my build is so different. All my fear I got rid of it, I'm a product that's limited. Different ability, better step up the stamina. When I step into the ring I turn from human to animal. Straight to the top, that's exactly where I'm headed. I'm the best that ever did it, when I said it I meant it. It's the end like appendix for all of my competition. I'm the best that ever did it, when I said it I meant it. It's a rap like some bandages, the winner is unanimous. I'm quicker than the flashes from the lights on the cameras. Oh, you the best? What a big cap. I can take you standing on my backpack. Don't listen to the chatter or any of the commotion. Where your life go or your boy got it stolen. Hit harder than a rock and I watch you get eroded. I am the one that's been tested, I've been chosen. Bring your best man, have him spinning like a cellophane. Climb to the top of all mountains. Make me the boss of all bosses. Climb to the top of all mountains. Make me the boss of all bosses. I got fists, got feet, I got brains. Y'all y'all all get slept. Beat of the cheetahs and balance the cranes. Need the win and forget all the praise. My words hitting harder than your sticks and stones. I'ma need the gold like a herringbone. A challenger, no challenge, man, you got to go. I'll be sitting on it while you watch the throne. One check, two, you ain't first, you lose. One check, two, you ain't first, you lose. Quick 1, 2, you be the first to lose. Knock you right out, let my clock hit snooze. Limitless, I got drive like a dealership. Let's kill it and settle it, blur you out like a censorship. I'm a king, undisputed when I step into the ring. I don't worry about the drama when I hear the bell ding. I do need a flow, homie, look at the wins. I'm a great, I'm a go, a phenomenal thing. No, you couldn't handle this. Everyone who battled me, they falling like an avalanche. Got them falling back to back. Take them all.
What is up, everybody? Good evening. Howdy and welcome. Welcome Spicy, welcome Lep, Starge, Sussy, welcome Rune, Karma, Sisto, welcome Pimmy, Balkers, Emma, welcome, and a big thanks to the follow Ed, Dragon Capman, really appreciate that. And welcome anybody else who might be lurking or who might join us along the way. It is me, PB. And I hope y'all are doing well on this Monday evening. First of all, big ol' shout out to AO Hell. I was on her stream last night. We were doing some anime opening tier lists, and I had so much fun. Goddamn, he is absolute gram and a half, but it was excellent. Excellent shit talking anime. Wrote down a bunch of like stuff that is not on my weeb list to watch up. Hear us talk shit about Jushin Liger. You might be pleasantly surprised. Or you might not be. Who knows? It's a mystery. You gotta watch the VOD. If it's up there. I don't know if she recorded it locally for preservation or not. You know, all the copyright nonsense. Jushin? Is that it? Sorry, I'm not sorry. Fuck out of here. Wade, thank you very much for the Sanran Kagura votes. Thank you, Balco, thank you everybody for coming in here with the votes. I sure am counting those votes. Anywho, we are going to be starting more Final Fantasy XVI today, but of course, before we do that, we have to catch up with what has happened in the story thus far. So please sit back, have a sippy, and bear with me. I'll not be looking at chat as I recap the story of Final Fantasy XVI. The realm of Valisthea is preserved by the crystals. Mined from mountainous mother crystals, these serve as the fuel for magic used for heat, agriculture, construction, warfare, healing, and more. However, a blight is spreading across the land. The Deadlands, a region where no magic takes hold, where plants wither and the earth crumbles to dust, is spreading. People flock to the light of the mother crystals and, as a result, kingdoms wage war over them. These wars are fought with the aid of dominants, people who can summon the power of elemental icons, many of them under the control of Valisthea's kingdoms and empires. Clive Rossfield was the son of the Duke of Rosaria, and brother to Joshua, dominant of Phoenix, the icon of fire. After an invasion, Clive spent years as a slave soldier due to his ability to use magic unaided by the crystals. Eventually, he joined the Cursebreakers, a group of freedom fighters led by Sid, the dominant of Ramu, icon of thunder, also joined by his childhood friend Jill, the dominant of Shiva. Fighting to free Valisthea from the subjugation of its magic users by destroying the mother crystals that provide magic, but also spread the blight by draining the world of its ether, Clive discovers himself to be the dominant of Ifrit, a second icon of fire, and has the strange ability to absorb the iconic magic from other dominants, gaining new strength along the way. He is also targeted by Ultima, an otherworldly creature that dubs him Mythos and aims to use him as a vessel. With Sid's sacrifice to protect Clive from Ultima, he takes the command of the Cursebreakers, shattering 2 of the 5 remaining mother crystals. It is then that he is targeted by Hugo Kupka, dominant of Titan, icon of Earth, and commander of a significant force in the Dhalmekian Republic. Hugo seeks revenge for Benedicta, the dominant of Garuda, whom Clive had slain in battle. Hugo draws Clive into battle and loses, but is spared a killing blow by the interruption of Harbard, an agent from Waloed. Harbard takes Hugo to the Dhalmekian Republic's mother crystal, Drake's breath, so that he can recover from his wounds, and Clive tracks them down. There, he sees the Waludian and Dhalmekian forces working together in a secret alliance. Unbeknownst to Clive, Harbard is manipulating Hugo, with the promise of power, using illusions of Benedicta to make him vulnerable. Clive arrives at Drake's Breath, only to find Hugo drunk on the power of the subterranean Mother Crystal. Hugo loses control of his dominant, Titan. Clive fights Hugo and beats him, having mastered full control of his icon, Ifrit. In desperation, Hugo follows the hinted advice of Harbard and consumes the core of the Mother Crystal. He overflows with iconic power, transforming into a gargantuan earth monster. Despite his increase in size and power, Clive is able to outmaneuver and shatter his giant body. Within the crumbling figure, Hugo is revealed to have survived. Titan and Ifrit do battle one last time until, realizing that he too can absorb the ambient ether from the destroyed Mother Crystal, Clive does so and slays Hugo once and for all. However, as Clive returns to his human form, he finds himself overwhelmed by the concentration of ether. This draws out Ultima, who aims to still possess him, claiming that Clive is approaching perfection as Mythos. Ultima, currently incorporeal thanks to the actions of Clive's brother Joshua, is unable to overtake Clive's body due to his consciousness, and leaves him with the cryptic threat of severing the threads of consciousness that support his will. All the while, King Barnabas of Waloed, dominant of Odin, watches over the carnage with Harbard by his side, unconcerned by the death of Hugo Kupka and the destruction of the Mother Crystal. Elsewhere, Dion Lesage, dominant of Bahamut, icon of light, and commander of the Holy Order of Dragoons under the command of his father, the Emperor of Sanbreque, takes the field against the invading Dalmek army, despite his reservations about using his powers to fight his father's wars. Having fallen out of favor with his father due to the manipulations of his stepmother, Annabella, Dion is shocked to receive news that his younger half-brother, Olivier, has been named the Emperor of Sanbreque. Dion is interrupted by the arrival of Joshua Rossfield, Clive's brother and dominant of Phoenix. Joshua has been traveling for information on Ultima, believing him to be responsible for Clive's transformation into Ifrit and the wider turmoil around the Mother Crystals and the wars throughout Valisthea. He seeks to ally with Dion, who he believes to have some knowledge of Ultima, who seems connected to both the Dominants and the Mother Crystals, while Clive returns once again to the hideaway to decide his next move. This is where we pick up our story. And also I fought a big ancient mech thing that kicked my ass. It took me to from 7 deaths beforehand, including the deaths to Titan, up to I don't know, 16 deaths or something. And I did not delete the game this time. It's here. I did it. Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck? I'm so confused. Exo, welcome in. Thank you for the Hades. Will I play Kid Child? I might. When are they doing the re-release? 5 maybe votes for Kid Child. Let's go. Oh. Man, I was not ready to jump into battle immediately. I did it. Oh, Spicy had some savings. We love to see it. But yeah, this is where I fought Atlas, and goddamn, fighting him with no potions was pretty tough. I was like nearly 10 levels above me. Anyway, let's switch up my icon thingamajig, my current equip. We're on Titan, Garuda Ramu, so we'll go to Phoenix, Ramu, Garuda Next. Yes, I do have a list of icon trios that I'm cycling through. I know who I am as a person. Anywho, we're just back from shattering the Dalmatian Republic's Mother Crystal and killing Hugo. Now we're back home. Gonna talk with Vivian in just a little bit.
We're seeing troops amassing at every port.
It's good to have you back. I was worried.
It was the same after
It's IGF Shiva.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon.
Tell me, what do you know about Hugo?
Hooker.
Why can I not speak tonight? Every time I try to pronounce something, I mispronounce it first of all. Thought that bastard's death would change things. I was gonna call him Hugo, and that's not right. I can still hear Yara's voice as he whispers for us to run, as he calls out to the soldiers to distract them. His words saved us, and I'll never forget that. It's just like he said, words are immortal. And his live on in me. They changed my life, and I've wanted to thank him ever since. Also, yeah, don't forget everybody to get your 2 nearly free maybe votes in, if you're wondering what they are. That is a list of games that you can vote for using your channel point, but everyone gets 2 free votes, or nearly free votes, every stream. Whichever game has the most votes by the time I finish playing Divinity Original Sin 2, the current winner shall replace it.
Only I don't know how.
I don't know the right
I
words
wish you were here.
to teach them to me. Sorry,
Come to claim your just desserts.
you're having a heartfelt moment. I'm here being an ass. Well, we got a ton. Oh no, we already claimed this stuff. A token. Many claim they wish to change the world. You actually take it upon themselves to do so. You're an inspiration to us all. A nameless patron. We're getting some clam shells. I mean, we're also getting ability points, which is nice.
All done?
Because I do wish. Maybe I'll get the more expensive one first. Yeah. Judgment Bolter. Summon an immensely powerful 11 bolt from the heavens and launch it at a single target. While damage to the main target is significant, damage dealt to enemies caught in the area of effect is negligible. Recommended for use on staggered enemies. Oh. Roy Vivian.
Ah, the conquering hero returns. And with hardly a scratch on him.
I may have picked up 1 or 2.
Well, the fact that you came straight to me instead of visiting our resident physiker suggests that you picked up something more important. A scent. The scent of Waludas.
The very same. But whatever plans Kupka was hatching with the Royalists, he took them to his grave. As did his men. Slaughtered by the orcs who'd taken over the Fang. Orcs, Vivian. I've never seen such creatures in Storm before. The Waludas must have ferried them over from Ash, but why? Why work to rescue Kupka only to invade his home, the mother crystal of an allied nation, and let both fall? It makes no sense.
Do you know the tale of the blind men and the Adamantus? One can often be led
Adamantus?
astray by
Not...
focusing too
Oh, I suppose
closely
tortoise, that
on
makes sense.
individual details. One must
Shit.
instead see the bigger picture. And what bigger picture is there than my map?
I like that Vivian wasn't being like poetic, just meant there's a big picture here. Look at it.
The kingdom of Waloed claims dominion over all of Ash. It is a nation forged by the bloody conquest of Barnabas Tharm, the dominant of Odin. The Canvarian War of Independence in 849. The Battle of the Twin Realms in 865. The Battle of Belinus Tor in 873. Wheresoever his armies fought, Odin was found where the fighting was fiercest.
I'll have me a
But
sippy,
of
thank you, Rin.
late, the warrior king appears to have laid his sword to rest. Battle rages for control of the crystalline dominion.
Karma.
Yet Tharm
Brand
sends not a
broken.
single ship in support of his Dhalmekian allies. Meanwhile, the Blight ravages great swathes of Ash. Yet warlike Waloed shows not the faintest interest in laying claim to untouched lands. So why go to the trouble of sending an army of orcs into the heart of Drake's Fang, only to make no attempt to claim the Mother Crystal for Waloed? It can hardly be for lack of men. Tharm's armies rival any in the Twins. No. We have not seen the last of the Waloed standard. Odin will ride again. It is but a question of when. And on that day, who will be trampled underfoot? In summary, I know not to what end the Royalist betrayed Kupka. I know only that it is part of some broader scheme. A scheme tied to the ambitions of one man.
King Barnabas.
But there is no need to wallow in confusion. If one is to cure a sickness,
We've been dealing with
one
Barnabas's
must first
bullshit
identify the symptoms.
since
And
right at the
your
start of the
lord
game.
uncle has volunteered to do just that by keeping an eye on the Royalists' movements.
Benedicta Harmon, the dominant Bruta,
He's
was
really throwing himself into this.
his subordinate.
Indeed he is. Which means all that remains for us to do is await his reports. Well, not quite all in your case.
Are you sending me to do
The people of
subquests?
the hideaway must hear the news. Justice has been done. Hugo Kupka is dead. The wounds he left that night are still raw, especially for those who lived with Sid the longest. Tell them that those wounds might finally begin to heal. Consider it the price of today's instruction.
I've never known you to be sentimental.
What can I say? I am only human,
He's not a human.
and
Calling
we
it.
are, all of us, sentimental animals at heart.
I suppose we are. Very well. I'll go and spread the word.
Oh wait, but you gotta have some
Here
updates for
another
me.
of my lectures. What is it that you wish to learn? Study it well, Clive.
Oh, Canberra is its own city-state? Neat. I want to visit Canberra. Keep talking about it. Also, yeah, shit. Happy birthday, Taylor. Shoutouts to Taylor is good. The birthday boy. He's turned 15. No, he's not. I hope you're having a chill day. Hope you got that ice cream.
Of course.
Also, a good ass streamer. Go follow. Medicine Girl's still okay. If Medicine Girl dies,
Thus
fuck this
ends
game.
Today's lesson.
Where are you? Welcome in. Yellow. Wait, Pimmy, is it your birthday today, or are you just saying that you also have a birthday? Pimmy always does this. Yep. Was it actually yesterday? Was it Pimmy? Oh shit. Happy birthday, Pimmy. Taylor, fuck out of here. We're done with your news. I have discovered a new birthday. Taylor and Pimmy. Pimmy and Taylor. 2 free votes each? Yeah, why not? Happy birthday.
Ah, Clive. Have you come seeking the gift of knowledge?
No. To share mine, actually. Hugo Kupka is dead.
Oh my.
Pimmy beat Lightning Returns. What can you do now that the
Could it be true?
Look, he's crying.
trilogy is done? There's no more lightning.
Big baby.
And with good reason, children. These are tears of joy. We must offer up a prayer to your parents that the heavens might weep with us. There shall be no lessons today, only thanksgiving and merrymaking. Go, put away your things.
All right. Brilliant.
Finally, a new dawn has broken.
It has.
Starge, very soon you're going to be the old man that they're
Cannot
crying
wait
at.
to share the good news.
Hippocrates. After Kupka fell, Ultima came to me. I need to know what he is. Have you learned anything?
Alas, no. And not for want of trying. I have scoured nigh every historical tome in our collection and found nothing. Not even the sort of conspicuous absence that might suggest a concealment of fact. One is almost tempted to conclude that such a creature never existed.
But I saw him with my own eyes.
Oh, Jumbo, in the Discord there's a little anime OP suggestions channel down towards the bottom of the channel list. Whatever you put in there, I'll send over to AOHell's Discord. Also, welcome, Jumbo.
He leaves in his wake, like some terrible force of nature beyond the ken of mortal man.
Also, Starge, you remind me of when I was a teenager.
Whether the
I used to have
ultimate you
the
met with
idea for some reason that I wasn't going to live to be 30.
projection of its power,
I now know that I was
not. But
a little
until I do,
dum-dum.
my investigation
So what's that make you?
shall continue.
Thank you. It means a lot.
Pepperoni sausage mushroom. Love a good sausage on a pizza. That's kind of like my usual order as well. Sometimes I'll swap in one of those. Never the mushroom. The mushroom's always got to be there. But sometimes I'll swap in one of the meats for like fried chicken instead.
The no thanks to Sid, the man who hurt your mother and father.
Yeah, there's a place near me that does like
Us now and
they cut up little bits of fried chicken.
Yeah,
It's
me
real
too.
good.
Thanks, Sid.
Look at him.
Well, someone looks pleased with himself.
It adds a real nice crunch to it. More than the flavor, it's the
True,
crunch
what
that
Mary
makes it
meant.
Nothing escapes you. Lady Karen.
delicious.
It's true. Kupka is dead.
Also, not familiar with Yuri Kuma Arashi now.
No more looking over our shoulders then. Good.
Also, the show makes it look a lot more loot than it actually is.
Don't let it go to your head though.
Dry as I mean, it's got, you know, tomato sauce, cheese. What else do you want on it? Sometimes I like the regular chicken and a bit of pesto on top, but not everywhere does pesto on the pizza. Just like a little pesto drizzle, not like tons of it.
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
What is it? I'm busy.
I want
Ham,
to
mushroom
tell
and
you
cheese, and prosciutto,
Hugo Cooper
rocket,
is
and
dead.
parm. Oh, I see. The prosciutto, rocket, and parm is a different favorite.
I can't tell you how long I've been waiting to hear those words. This is it then. A new beginning under a new Sid.
I'll try to live up to the name.
Fuse the mural man and killed Ching Chunk Dungeon Stalker.
Let's see if Otto has anything else.
I have
for
no
me.
idea what this means.
What do you need? So, what'll it be?
Enhancer. Though a savvy merchant would have you believe that through arcane magics imbued into the sword at high cost to the supplier, its wielder will experience enhanced strength and dexterity. In truth, it is a reduced weight and increased hardness afforded by the weapon's narrow blade of folded steel that ultimately provides the illusion of these enhancements. It is going to be a katana. If you start talking about
No
folded
scratches,
steel
right?
in a fantasy game, I know what you are. Drake Slayer's bracelets. Only when she saw the Drake no longer stirred, and his eyes were grey with oblivion, did she remove belt and bracelet, casting them into the worm's maw, where they might rest for an eternity.
Should last you a good while.
Wow.
Yeah, that should do you. And?
Will I play Da Pixel remasters? Well, as you may well know, there's one that I'll definitely be playing at some point. McPixel? Nah. McPixel, I'm looking at it,
He cracked the crystal too.
didn't do it for me.
You're joking.
Also V, yellow. Thank you for the Sanran Gakuras. You take care. Sleep well. Which one? I may at some point
Your mother and father is gone. But from Kenneth.
be playing Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster. But yeah, I'm gonna, you know, wait until we're more than an hour or whatever into the stream before I do a hat change.
Is it business?
Thanks for
Or
the
pleasure?
points that I have stolen.
If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it.
Increases limit break generation amount by 3% when dealing damage. 6%. Fuck you, how about that? Yeah. That's the good stuff.
It'd better all be here. Finished, are you?
Anyone feeling lovely, dark, and deep?
What can I get you, Sid? As if setting our people free wasn't enough. Good news, everyone. The casks have been liberated. Here's to Sid.
Woo! Will I play 13-2? Only if you make me.
Oh, keep your mug handy.
I'm telling you, it's true. I heard it from Otto's own lips.
This is a real nice theme.
Is dead.
What a relief.
We love to suffer.
No surprises there.
You barely sat down since you came home. Vivian got you running errands or something?
Just spreading the word.
So, the professor's got
When the
a
music
soft
gets good,
side,
you gotta RP
I
walk.
never have guessed.
No. She was right, though. Everyone was glad to hear the news.
Look at my katana ass
But
sword.
you ain't told everyone. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully for knowing. Not least of all Sid. You should tell him.
You're right. I should. And
You hear
I
the
will.
goddamn Moogle ass noises in the background?
When you do, be sure to take Mid with you. She's been going at it hammer and tongs down in that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud. I can't remember the last time she visited the old sod's grave.
Very well. I'll suggest it.
Mid, more like... Mid. There's been a whole chest down here this whole time. Goblin coin. Gob.
How are you doing? Anything catch your eye?
For grit, justice. And one in the Dominican Republic as well. Alright, what's going on? Asta. Best character.
When it comes to boyish charm, Goops has an indomitable rival in Gav. One is the sweet little babe in arms to be cooed over. The other, the naughty little boy who'd pull on my pigtails.
I hope one day she gets it. I want that for her.
If I don't come up with something soon.
All right, Clive? What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal...
Displacement stack. Here.
And this is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen. The Enterprise. Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where the stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canver.
Are we going to Canver?
But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. I were hoping you'd say that. First things first, I need some parts meching. The stack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapors away from the engine. The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air.
She's extremely British.
And the shielding around the sides.
She
That stops the
sounds,
rest of the ship from
I don't know,
going up in flames.
Yorkshire-ish?
A full suit of armor, then. Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials here. Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
I can't make head nor tail of them.
Luckily, you don't need to.
You think she says, no. Saw Nimona, had no idea Chloe Grace Moretz voiced her. Was it any good?
We're seeing troops amassing in every...
Found the character obnoxious at first, but then she grew on you. Battered you done.
Blackthorn, can I ask a favor?
Out with it.
It's for Mid.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. Spare myself the arseache. Go on then. What is it this time?
She said you would know. Here.
First frame she appeared and she had the most DreamWorks smirk. And from what I've seen of her, it looks like she's designed to be a little bit of a shit.
Krieger's Tates. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it. Won't be easy though. And I'll need help. Get Gavin Otto in here, will you?
All right.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, has she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid's grave, I'll do what I can.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual saw grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape. That means an alloy. Something that won't break or buckle at the temperatures she's talking about.
An alloy?
Come in. I need materials, and I've got my work cut out already. You'll have to fetch them. Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Velcroy. Stardust, they call it.
Sup, Cursed?
The stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock.
Thank you for
buying and bring it back
the
here.
enduring bid.
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand collecting the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where. We can get this over with. You going after the Stardust then, are you? Which one of these two lucky souls is going with you?
We've never had Otto before with us. Let's bring him.
Otto, you're with me.
All right then.
What?
Where do we find this Stardust, and how will we know it when we see it?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Velcroy. It's the black sand that washes up on its banks that you're after.
And I'm guessing you'll be needing sackloads of the stuff. Might be worth hiring porters at the Dalimil Inn. I'll head down there. See about finding us a wagon.
All right. I'll meet you by the river.
Yous two take care, eh? I'll go and see this supplier.
Just don't let the bastard fleece you, eh?
He wouldn't do that. He's Blackthorn's mate. Isn't he?
Best of luck.
Sardusto. What's this Sardusto? By destroying Singapore? I wonder why. Maybe it's because it, like, you know, carries the impact of being able to say entire country infrastructure destroyed with one city. Strange though. Yeah, yeah. It makes for a convenient, you know, target, I guess, plot wise. Oh my god. Fucking pressing all the wrong buttons. To Lost Wing.
Get it, boy.
Why am I so mean to you? Because otherwise you wouldn't come around here.
It's all but spent.
The crystals we get from the tail are all but worth.
Any friend of the innkeeper is a friend of mine. I trust it's all here.
I'm guessing Idols of the Empire is this song we're currently listening to.
Ah, Clive. Your timing is exquisite as always. I have a concern which you may be able to assist me with.
Go on.
There are whisperings afoot of shadowy figures having been sighted outside the village. Rustlings in the undergrowth, suspicious noises. My people fear that they are being watched. It may be no more than a surfeit of nerves, understandable in the current climate, or it may be the prelude to something altogether more dangerous. Given what I hope you'll forgive me calling your nose for trouble, I wondered if you might investigate.
Sure. His voice makes you irrationally angry.
You might begin by speaking with the good citizens
No,
of
no,
Lost
no,
Wing.
no.
Listen to their
No,
tales,
no, no, no.
and make what you will of them.
All right.
Man, side quest design scheme sucks. Even though sometimes the quests have, you know, somewhat interesting things to reveal about characters and the world.
Right. Let's see what the people of the village have to say. I better find out if this is just
They are very dull to play through.
something we need to take more seriously.
But of course I'm going to do all of them.
You alright, Sid? Something on your mind?
There is actually.
Just like an MMO, yeah.
Quentin tells me people have mentioned
Like I
shadowy
said,
figures out in
the first time I started doing side quests near, like reminds me of running around Ulda
No, sorry, can't help you.
at the start of FF14. And yeah,
Vineyard, but none of them has seen anything either.
doesn't stop being that.
Thanks anyway.
But also, look how pretty this random NPC is. Everyone's hot in this game. What's its deal? Never playing an epic game about the 14 team again? I certainly am. I played whatever the follow-up to this game is. I just hope that, you know, they take on criticisms, because I cannot be the only person who has said this by a country mile.
Do you have a moment? There's talk of suspicious figures in the woods. Have you seen anything out of the ordinary?
Nothing.
No, but I've heard something. Sound of scraping metal, like someone sharpening a sword.
Where was this?
In Lorbert's Pass. Was out foraging for herbs when I heard it. Screeching out from between the trees. Ran back here as quick as
I really
my legs
look
would
forward to
carry me.
playing arcade
I ain't
mode
been back
whenever
since.
I see.
you know,
I'll look into
completed the
it.
game.
Thank you. Seems Lorbert's Pass is our best bet then. What do you say, Torgal? Shall we go and investigate?
Try 14 at some point. If you become a 14 stan, I'll bully for you for it endlessly. My fingers are crossed.
You there.
Fuck! He's seen us. Get them before they escape.
Black shields. Here.
Nice.
What the hell are you doing here?
Fuck, he's seen us.
What is it to you? Not that we give a
Excellent.
damn. All that matters to us is that you don't leave here alive.
Ooh. Oh. The combo, the pupper combo. It's just it's one of those like unintentionally funny moments that this game has brought up. It's like the sending the girl away crying, and like the camera freeze framing on her cry as the quest complete comes up. It's like just the sudden cut to them both standing there, entirely stationary, on a slightly raised, you know, tree line.
Were they planning an attack on Lost Wing?
Fuck. He's seen us. Top notch. When Nendus got ate by a wolf, that was, yeah. I laughed and laughed.
Clive, how goes the hunt for our sinister figures?
I found some black shields hiding near Lorbert's Pass.
Some are what? Some
Black shields. The Empress's former bloodhounds.
shit. I
Though
said it
they
wrong.
serve another master
Never played Soma. It looks
means
pretty
to root
neat.
out and destroy both me and
I don't like
those
what
I
Pra
care
said.
for. And it would appear the pack has finally caught the scent of its prey. Damn it all. I had hoped I would have more time than this. More time to prepare.
Soma balls.
But if we are cornered, we have no choice but to bite back. And bite back we shall.
I'm sorry. You're going to need to explain. Who did the Black Shield serve now? And why would that person want you dead?
Because I want him dead.
Who?
The former Lord Chief Justice of Sanbreque. All that I have built here is for him.
I don't understand. Why him? Why Lost Wing?
I suppose it is better that you know the truth. I was a member of the judiciary once. So sickened was I by the injustice of this world, I swore to fight it. And fight it I did, in my own small way. I saw more than a few corrupt officials condemned to the very cells into which they had thrown blameless innocents. Men to whom the law was but a scourge to turn against the powerless.
Quentin, actually kind of cool.
It was the Lord Chief Justice who backed me, who was my one true ally in the quest to see justice done.
So what changed?
I discovered that he hunted bearers for sport. I was a fool to think he shared my hatred of venality and vice. His support for me was no more than a facade, a means of ridding himself of his rivals, a mask to hide the rot beneath. I filed suit against him immediately. His response, however, was rather more visceral. He had my entire family slaughtered, and he faced no punishment whatsoever. I lost everything. My loved ones, my livelihood, my position, the faith I had once held that any modicum of justice might be achieved through the courts. So I set about enacting my own. I tracked down every soul who served him, and slit their throats myself. But the man himself proved an altogether more difficult target. With money and power come protection, and so I saw that I would need an army of my own. I came here to Lostwing and began recruiting like-minded individuals.
And everyone here knows this is why you do what you do.
Of course. They too have lost loved ones to the bearer hunts. Seen faultless friends sent to the gallows to spare the guilty. All under the watchful eye of the Lord Chief Justice. Our wounds are the same. And our cause is the same. We are comrades. And our revenge is already in motion. We know where he hides, how numerous and well-trained his guard. What we did not know until now, however, was that his plans may already be in motion too.
Quentin.
Our time is short. He may move against us at any moment, unless we move against him first. My friends and comrades, it begins. Make ready for war.
That one guy is so ready for war. Oh, I was hoping we were going to be involved. Oh man. I wanted to get ready for war.
I'm not going to change his mind.
A main villain who's white mage coded.
There's talk that the glass gate flood.
Jimmy gets spared. Jimmy can live.
Once anymore is water great. How am I supposed to make a living?
In the little Final Fantasy RPG thing that I was running, the choose your own adventure thing, I did have a white mage coded villain for an arc.
Welcome.
It was real cool. Trust me.
Come back again.
In what game? I used to run a little thing in like a forum.
Look at this place.
Like a Final Fantasy choose your own adventure thing. I made my own setting. I made my own map and everything. For it. It was a lot of fun. I wish I got to do it for longer.
My carpet.
Take a sniff, good sir. There'll be no one to man the shop.
Stop telling me to take a sniffer.
Gone, just like that. And without so much as a by your leave.
What's the matter?
It's my apprentice. He up and vanished while my back was turned. I'd go and look for him myself, but I've got a bakery to run. A bakery that's now short one pair of hands. Loath though I am to rely on the kindness of strangers, I'm at a loss. Please, will you see if you can find him?
Yeah.
I'll see what I can do. Do you know where he might have gone?
I wouldn't be surprised if...
Oh shit, Bravely Default 2 is one of the games I should have bought during the Steam sales.
Poor fool left his heart in its hollow.
No.
And that's where I'll start.
Oh, well,
Weights and butts!
I mean, I got quite a few games I really want to play during that sale. By the way, 2 games I'm playing this week. Thursday morning, I'll be playing Slipstream. And Friday evening, we'll be taking a look at Dual Gear, which is a turn-based / action hybrid mecha game that is undergoing quite an interesting transition. So, yeah, thank you to mysterious, handsome person in chat who gifted both to me. Good shit, Pimmy. Well, now if you're going to accuse others people of it, your identity shall no longer be protected. But Hylix 2, Far Cry 4 DLC, might buy Needy Streamer Overdose, and Soma. What else should you have an eye on? But yeah, this is very much the stream that Starge built this week, so thank you very much, Starge. The games... all the games that I got are a couple more gifted to me by people who, as far as I know, wish to remain anonymous. Dual Gear, Project Nimbus, Devil Daggers, Zero Ranger, Fire Girl, Hack and Splash Rescue, Submerged Hidden Depths, Wanted, Dead, Live Alive, Hardcore Mecha, Triangle Strategy, Various Day Life, Octopath Traveler 2, Slipstream, Samurai Bringer, Dave the Diver, The Beginner's Guide, and Wallachia, Reign of Dracula. It's the hardest that I've ever gone personally on a Steam sale, and that is entirely because of donations that also came in quite recently. Oh, so I think you got your pink names mixed up. Not gonna buy no more heroes until you know you'll play them all. What stops you from having this knowledge? Oh, you're getting on Fuga too? Nice. Hope you enjoy it. I'm glad that you enjoyed Fuga enough to like immediately be into the sequel.
Mother Crystal.
Oh, look at that. The Mother Crystal just straight up disappears from the horizon. Hylix 2 I've heard good things about. Far Cry 4 DLC. Not quite my cup of tea, but I hope you enjoy. The Extreme Rotos did look interesting. It looked like an interesting, like I'm not super into my like visual novel style things usually, but that was kind of cool. And Soma, I've heard a lot of good things about Soma. Hope you'll enjoy it.
Excuse me.
What do you want?
The baker sent me to find you.
I am a sorry, selfish sod, aren't I? Certainly not a baker. Master must have ruled the day he took me in. Time was the sight of the Fang used to calm my nerves.
Well, sorry about that.
Now look at her.
I take it
Far Cry
you
4
missed the
DLC is good. You just wanted more. Is okay. You just wanted
hated
more
her.
stuff to shoot at. You felt the gunplay felt
She
good.
was all I
Fair.
knew.
All reason as any.
Worked her mines for
Parsec,
years.
welcome in. Thank you for the votes for
She shattered. Part of me shattered with her. I had to trade
that
my
amount.
pickaxe for a rolling pin. But I'm no good at baking. Every loaf I touch collapses. My bread's as hollow as I am. She was the only thing that could fill the hole inside me. Oh, I loved her, damn it. But now she's gone.
That has been my
She's
experience
never
with Far
coming
Cry for
back.
sure, Jumbo.
What am I supposed to do? I ask her. How does a shell of a man learn to live again?
Although I guess for people, express yourself.
Perhaps you could express yourself in your work. If you miss the Fang.
Don't worry,
you could
Parsec.
recapture it somehow.
I'll make sure it goes to Joe's.
Recapture it? I'm a baker.
I know your
not a-
business.
You know, you might just be right. What a fool I've been! I have to get back to the bakery right away. Thank you.
The
Thank
thing
you,
with
my
like
friend.
classic Assassin's
You've
Creed
opened my eyes.
is that I could occasionally enjoy a romp through those games, but they release them so frequently
Suppose you won't be needing
that
an escort then.
there's no like motivation at all to keep up with the series for me. Yeah, Hylix is on my backlog as well. I've heard good things about it.
Mother Crystal.
It's all gone. I could have just teleported.
The most fragrant herbs and spices.
Ah, there you are. The man who lit a fire under my wayward apprentice. Though I worry you might have stoked the flames a little too high. He damn near ran me down trying to get to my oven.
Master, it's ready. Behold the Drake's Balm. A truly unique creation.
I dare say it is.
Just look at it. A perfect likeness of the Fang herself. Her steeple peaks, her fulsome spurs, her inviting hollow.
Anyone got an inviting hollow
My
in chat?
loaves collapse more often than not, but what's the Fang without her crater? Why, no Fang at all. And look, inside. She's filled to bursting with a bounty of beautiful crystals. Salt crystals! Master, I have found my purpose. I must use my work
Salty
here to
ass
preserve
bread?
the memory of the Fang.
Well, if it tastes half as unique as it looks...
Flying Lotus for some
I'd
reason sounds
certainly
familiar,
say
but
you're
I
onto
can't quite
something.
place why.
Not only is my apprentice back, but he's finally pulling his weight. With any luck, I might even have a new delicacy on my hands. I don't know how you did it, but you have my thanks.
Give me money. Wah 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 wah. We now have ice cream. What flavor? What kind of ice cream we got?
Oh, where did all the men of the rock go?
Plates and pots! Bowls and basins!
Won't you come and play, handsome?
Okay.
1,000 gil for a measly bunch of Gazal greens.
It ain't my price. If you can't pay it, that's your problem.
This river runs all the way to the southern seas. They used to load the crystal onto barges and sail it to the villages downstream. Before the canyons were lost to beasts and bandits. When I was a girl, I would wave to the boatmen as they set off on their long journey, and they would throw me sweetmeats in return. Such happy times.
That's cute. So the final battle in Final Fantasy IX with eating Baskin Robbins chocolate peanut butter. Nice. Nice. Producer. This is where a lot of peeps. Has his own radio in GTA 5. Does a lot of electronic music. Ah. Damn, that sounds so much more interesting than Double Choco. Madagascan vanilla bean and sea salt caramel. That sounds delicious. There's music for Yasuke as well. Into Choc is good.
Looks like I found the river. Now where's Otto?
That does not sound very Minto Choc. I love a good fresh honeycomb ice cream.
Otto, sorry I'm late.
Oh, Clive.
Like if I'm getting like a cone of ice cream from a shop, I'll get honeycomb with some raspberry drizzle on it.
Seems Blackthorn's the only one who thinks smithing with his Stardust stuff's a good idea. He's just lying here, waiting for any old fool to fill his boots.
But unlike any old fool, you thought to bring a wagon.
Yeah, oh man.
Well spotted. Now get filling.
Big old sorbet slut too. It just kind of spreads and takes over gardens if left unchecked. Oh, is it really? Real pervasive. Oh, I gotta go around. Can I go? I don't gotta go around. Nice. Some shit's gonna happen.
So this is Stardust.
Oh, did you actually smell it? You remove it? That sounds sick.
It just looks like black sand to me.
Where is it? Keep forgetting this is an AdVav game. Well, it sure has a different look and vibe from a lot of them. It's Prince of Persia now, not Assassin's Creed. We could only pick one Ubisoft game set in the Arabian Peninsula to call it.
For now. Let's see how Otto's getting on.
Oh, Taylor, did you check out that trailer for fuck, what's it called? I look at my wish list. Savior. Taylor, did you check out the Savior trailer on Steam? I played that when it released, Jumbo. I never played a whole ton of it though, because it was my mate's. I played it at his house for a little bit, but I thought it was very nice looking at the very least. I was curious to try it more.
More than me. Put it all together and I can't see.
I remember the quote-unquote discourse of the time being that people complained because you couldn't really, like, there's no proper lose state in it, failure state. Played for free from the library, nice.
Sid will be proud.
Of what?
Of you, you idiot. The way you've carried on what he started. When we first met, I had you down as a
God, I miss Sid.
puppy who enjoyed nothing more than biting the hand that fed you. But 5 years on, you're the one doing the feeding. So thanks for proving me wrong.
He was so damn charismatic.
But I changed. Thanks to Sid. And thanks to you. When I suggested taking on his name, you were the first to back me. And if you hadn't, no one else would have. I couldn't have done any of this without you, Otto.
Yeah, give over. You're making me blush. All I did was choose hope over despair. I gave you a chance, yes, but you're the one who took it. You took a rabble of homeless, hopeless outcasts and put them back on their feet. Gave them something worth fighting for, just like the old Sid did.
We gonna kiss? Looks so cool, it's already on your wish list. I gotta remind myself to clip from my last wishlist sorting stream.
About time I was heading back, I reckon.
I was listening to like Sean Johnson's Club PlayStation mix. And Age of Soul came on when the Savior trailer was playing, and it was so like well timed to the trailer.
But I'll make sure
it was pretty excellent.
Gets his precious black sand before I put my feet up. He'll only moan otherwise.
I'm gonna voice my AMB on the Savior dev. Might get a kick out of it.
Right.
I want to clip my fight with Atlas from the last Final Fantasy stream as well, because I was pulling off some stuff at the end. I'll tell you what. Rune, did it take you many tries to beat Atlas? I'm assuming that you fought it straight away as well. Like remove tension and excitement from platforming? Yeah, I can understand that. Sure.
Let's hope this is all Blackthorn needs.
2 good few tries? Yeah. As long as you don't say that you did it immediately. and make me feel like the big baby. That's all that matters.
Blackthorn, got everything you need.
Beam 70% you a few times.
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I got cleared up by that at least a couple times.
Nice to get out and about for once.
You did it immediately.
Do it again
Be
sometime,
quiet,
eh?
potion drinker.
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It'll take some
Salve
time, mate. If
imbiber.
you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you
Elixir,
breathing down my
elixir.
neck.
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let Mid know construction's underway.
Ointment sniffer. Potion drinker. Drink me a potion. Go.
Suppose we'd better be getting back to work too.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
On his birthday? Oh shit. Happy birthday to Taylor. Happy birthday to Taylor. Happy birthday, dear Taylor. You are good at games. There. That should have made up for it. Not so much. Would you see the clip? It was sick.
How may I help you today, Clive? Your benefactors are a generous lot.
Fear those who would strive to lighten the burden borne by the crystal's curse, but if we are to survive the coming storm, we must stand together, bearer and brother, as you have shown us. A friend in Northreach. Give me your meteorite.
All done?
When it comes to boyish charm, Goops has an...
Didn't say shit to her, she just went off.
Think Mid might need some help tidying up.
An actual mix of moves? I mix my moves.
If I don't come up with something soon.
How dare you?
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn started work on the plating.
Excellent. 1 down, 2 to go.
So, what's next?
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Oh, you mean like mix it up? Like
I thought that
between things?
Impossible to work.
But
We're getting there.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need.
The
What's the name back
Invincible.
there? I'll give you all details.
Not the Invincible.
What's her name? Right.
I hope her name is actually what's her name.
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
Yes. Mid said I should speak with you.
I'll show you the plans then. Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, the rate of excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating.
So see, I enjoy this new
the
bit of yours of
reactor
just
would
calling
overheat
other people
and
sassy.
eventually explode. This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess energy. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far above anything we are able to make today. And not only that,
Do I really? No, I'm praising you in the hope that you'll
to rust,
stop
making them the
forever.
perfect material for our protective hood. Why? If sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
You can stop there. I understand. Mid said we might be able to use
You're getting
parts
torn
of
up
a
from
fallen ruin.
stern to
Where would I find it?
aft deck.
Ah, yes. It's
What's the
in
opposite of the
Lawless
stern?
Pass near Lostwing. The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, a certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
I see. Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you. Would that help?
Oh, very much. Thank you, Sid. I'll gather my team and head there right away. We'll meet you outside the ruins.
Wow, 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 wow.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse
We
in the
knew,
Bales.
we knew,
Leave
we
anything you
knew,
don't
we
need
knew.
behind.
Oh, there sure is wars happening here. They're talking up a big wars. Alright, I think we go not through the cellar for this one.
If you're ready, we leave at once.
Damn, how many chests have I missed in this game? Oh, is this going to be the thing that's like at the opposite end of the entrance to Caer Norn? Wait, it's not called Caer Norn, it's called Caer Norvent. The monolith looking thingy. Caer Norn Iron.
Time to fight.
Oh, you got here before? Were you gonna give me a lift?
There you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming.
You asshole.
The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
But yeah, Caer is... I mean, Caerfenn's in Wales, so I'm guessing it's a Welsh thing. Conspiracy that the UK is a real place. I think if anything, it is showing that is nothing more than mere fantasy.
Anybody home?
Oh, it's a little guy.
This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go.
Fuck it out. that guy pulling out magic. Oh. Easy peasy. If it's called Final Fantasy mode, how come we have to... Oh wait, nope, I fucked it up. Called Final Fantasy, how come we have to unlock Final Fantasy mode?
Well, don't let us keep you. We'll see
I
that
really
everything
cannot
is
speak today.
transported
I'm done.
safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
Oh. Use a strength tonic. Don't know anything about that. Don't talk to me about tonics. Yeah, my healer is good. Look at him having that sippy. I think he's so cool.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border crossing.
Think Mid might need some help.
Shut up, Jost.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prison for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started.
But if it's a mithril engine,
I
wouldn't
need
it
something light. But I've wrapped my brains and
also
I just
burn
can't
through the
think what I'd
mithril?
do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Harpocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him, see what he makes of it?
Right away.
This whole thing of like having
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
all your specialists and more people coming to your hideout gives me Sweet Golden vibes. I would love a Final Fantasy Sweet Golden. That'd be interesting.
Thanks to Sid.
Harpocrates, do you have the moment?
For you, Clive, always.
Well, actually, it's for mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Shielding for a mithril engine? Whatever will that girl think of next? And what are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelus complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragon fire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelus might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Harpocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
We got Das Squad. Can Tarja come with us?
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
Shielding that guards against even the most ferocious flames. We could have done with some of that on Drustinus.
I doubt I would have survived that place with or without it. A trip to Northreach, though, I think either of us could handle.
This is truly the Sophiest of choices.
Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
Is it Slim Shady? Zeke, thank you very much for the 36 months. Wait, that's 3 years. God damn. You've now reminded me that I meant to redesign the 3 years feathers. Thank you very much, Zeke. For, yeah, that is support pretty much right from the get-go. I do appreciate it. Right from the get-go. I mean, Jill's the canon choice, right? I'm gonna go with Jill.
So, Clive.
Also, I don't mind
have
Jill.
You made your decision? Who will accompany you on your little excursion?
Very well. So then, what do we need to find?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
White chocobo eggs. Pepio nuts. Are you sure this list is right? Everything on here seems very edible. I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more exotic.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited, effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able
So
to
see,
find
that is
everything you need at the
precisely what
market in
happened.
Northreach.
Is that so?
The
I've been meaning to
origins.
visit Northreach anyway. I'll set out now. Join me there when you're ready.
I will. Until then.
You two enjoy yourselves.
You too, Talia.
I'm going to have to watch the Tarya conversation on Run to a stream because I fucking know what Run is.
The nobleman who visited. Thank you.
A Tarya fan. Northreach. Come get your Northreach. I picked Jill because it felt correct.
Where's Jill?
There's talk.
I know who you picked. Yeah. See, that's the thing. I'm just gonna go back and watch your stream to see how the other date goes. I thought you would have been happy that I don't have to fight you for Tarya's affections.
Pepio nuts? I can never tell.
How goes the hunt for ingredients?
I've only just started. I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these stalls, though. Why don't we split up and see? We'll take a couple of ingredients each.
All right. What am I looking for?
How about you look for the Pepio nuts and some garlic? I'll find the other things we need. We can meet by the gate when we're
Anyone
finished.
got some Pepio nuts in chat?
Up! You'll not find a bruised pippin in the bushel. Fresh cuts.
Anyone putting a
Get them before they're gone.
bruised pippin in their bushel?
We haven't much, but you're free to look. Ah, yes. Good day.
Omega just vented.
Oi, don't touch anything. Good riddance.
That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
Just got the man there chilling your fish.
Did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Zeke, this is an excuse to choose one of the ladies from the Invincible to date.
Garlic and Pepio nuts. Perfect. Now all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all this into what Mid needs to keep her engine cool. But before we head back, would you walk with me a while?
Oh, it's gonna happen.
Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here reminds me of when we were children. Do you remember? Walking down Market Street in Rosalith, taking in the sights and smells.
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him.
He's sniffing.
Wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself while we're here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of. Molly in the kitchen's told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would. Thank you.
And I saw some bread. Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just... oh.
You all right?
Sorry. It's just... you're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our own terms.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive.
Mech the fuck already.
Well, I suppose we better be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Harpocrates and Talia. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
I will. You too.
I do really like Jill's design. Lapkin came in here immediately to cat nerd at us. What have you discovered, Lap?
I wonder how Harpocrates is getting on with the moon dew.
Peanut butter on toast with fig spread on top? I could believe that.
Welcome back. I hope you two had fun while I was busy helping Harpocrates.
How's work on the shielding progressing, Harpocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Talia how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more
Look,
than a few
if
mysterious
Talia could turn
concoctions
into
in my
Shiva,
time.
she might have a shot, but she cannot.
What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course.
That would be a sick tattoo, Lap. I'm with you.
Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice just being with you.
See? Correct choice.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moon dew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other. Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Harpocrates.
Yeah, I feel like I should replay it.
Well, I better go and give Mid the good news then.
Again, this goddamn run. Oh, this is Tarya's spot. Hello.
Before you ask, the answer's no. You can't daub yourself in moon dew to protect yourself against fire. I had the same idea, even did some tests. And trust me, you don't want that stuff anywhere near your skin.
Yeah, just get a Steam Deck. Borrow Sussy's.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid, but you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat, a coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
This Halls of Torment y'all keep talking about. How much does it cost on Steam right now?
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
See the TED Talk clip you post on the Discord? I
Same difference.
do not believe so.
Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way!
Oh, and bring me the biggest salmon you can find.
The one where he starts rapping? No, I'll have to check that. Is that in Good Pics and Junk? Yeah, there's a period where like there's a whole bunch of stuff got posted in there, and I missed most of it.
It's finished! It's finally finished!
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry.
I'm having a giggle.
Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva
Oh,
can
she's
build
not
the
having a
rest.
giggle.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was
Starge, are you gonna commission someone to do a Doom Train Gajinka for you?
Now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want it to be that. I don't want it to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming.
Doesn't look like denim to me.
Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
It is denim. Oh.
Our second child shall be named Chadoti.
Chadathi. Chadathi Thalame. Scobie, thank you very much for the 18 months. May you continue to make bad decisions.
Tomes help to build.
Doesn't feel like 18 months we've known Scobie. Time to pull the plug. Ban Scobie. Do resubs count towards mini votes? No.
Really?
Just that gift subs.
Let's sail it around the lake.
All right, Clive. Asterix. Mid finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she?
It's to, you know, a little thank you for doing a nice thing for someone else.
No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that? In those words?
She did, yes.
Clive? Were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her. Obolus, have you seen Mid?
No, night sassy.
In a boat.
But yeah, maybe votes for gift subs, tips, and bits. That's been the way for a while now.
I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a
I am
ticket and rode off.
A-okay with
Clappers.
turn this room to kleptocracy.
But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens.
One bit, one maybe vote.
Urgent, by
No.
the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding haste.
Thank you for the bit.
And you're here now.
I'll take it.
Thank you, Obolus.
Don't mention it.
What tidings, Uncle?
My dear boy, my journey to Canberra has been a resounding success. The friend I mentioned not only agreed to share the contents of the strongbox with us, but his considerable knowledge of the goings-on in the Free Cities, by which I learned of the endeavours of a certain young friend of yours. Though I for one believe Miss Telemont's project to be quite the valiant enterprise, I doubt the Canverian authorities will take kindly to the unauthorized use of their dockyards, no matter how deserted. And if rumour has already reached my friend, it may not be long before the guildmasters are rapping at our door. Which is why I pen you this note. I would like to borrow your man Gav for a minute or two, that he might keep a watch on those who might mean our little fellowship ill, and warn of us any impending attack. I trust that you will give his proposal your full consideration. Your loving uncle, Byron.
Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It, seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Gotta admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in, all that bollocks. Just like when we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway,
Is there a game like it? I mean, you can jump and do the lasers in
I could do with
Piano
getting to Canada
3.
pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give
Also,
Sid the
Scobie, my favorite compliments come in the form of
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining
$50.
us too. She's got some things to take care of, but
That's
she'll
my
meet us
best.
there.
The best compliment. You got one vote for that.
Telling the truth at least.
Jump rope in Final Fantasy IX? Yeah, let's go. The dust alongside the little remains of this once bustling refuge many called home. Leb trying to foist me into my triangle strategy era. Scobert, thank you for the Jobert.
Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. That if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Kuka is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
This music isn't good. You shut your damn face, lap.
What a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies.
Doesn't fit the theme. It's Sid's theme. It's the man that we're visiting. I know, I missed Sad, but it still does fit this scene, given that we are visiting Sid's grave. Sid died? Oh no. Nope.
It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The blight marches on. And soon, there will be no escaping sights like these.
He certainly is not, lap.
So our mission remains unchanged.
But also, do not tell me anything that you see at Runestream.
Every mother crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot. There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
Probably Gutsu.
Already on my way, Captain.
Be careful.
Aren't I always?
Oh, guy's dead. Big old death flag planted right there. But then again, guy keeps getting death flags planted on him, and he keeps surviving.
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
How is she sure it's Guts and not Goats? Wow, we probably did name him. Fig Newton cereal? Dunno. Dunno about that one.
He cracked the crystal too. You're joking.
It's no joke.
Oh damn, we got a bunch of letters. About Blackthorn. Cheers for your help dragging Blackthorn out of the dumps the other day. Thing is, I reckon he's gone and thrown himself back in, judging by the drip of his jaws lately. So I'm thinking, maybe it weren't just the leather that was on his mind. Maybe there's other demons jabbing their pitchforks into his privates. I know you're a busy bloke, but the next time you find yourself free, maybe we could go and ask the old bastard what's got him so hot and bothered. Assuming it ain't just the forge.
Hopefully it's nothing. But I should speak to Blackthorn just in case.
Bad feeling. Clive, something ain't right with that hand of yours. When it please your lordship, come pay me a visit at the toll.
What could be wrong with Torgor? He seemed well enough when I last saw him.
Shit, have I locked myself out of these quests temporarily by proceeding with the plot? Off the record. I was thumbing through the hideaway ledgers at Otto's behest and might have come across something that might need your attention. Maybe. And by that I mean immediately. You know where I'll be. Goat. Got?
Trouble with the ledgers.
Good.
Should he be asking Otto for help?
Do you not have Pepsi Max? Have you been deprived of Pepsi Max?
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. August was worried about you, that you might still be doubting your craft, even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Is there something else weighing on your mind? Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, he's got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well, Karen showed me something. Something I've never seen before.
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me. The edge on it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realized he'd been cut.
Does it fight a samurai for it?
Nah. They're not troubling me exactly. More distracting. Can't stop thinking, how do you get an edge that sharp? It's driving me mad.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome. And we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know that. But I can't say I'm not grateful for it. Good luck, eh?
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows about this sword. I got your note. You think something's wrong with
Duckrats, thank you for the Persona 5s.
Great. Congratulations.
Oh. It is time. Pizza said, no more of this nonsense. It's time to transform. Same deal as ever. If you can tell me which character I'm dressed as, you get 2 maybe votes. If you can identify the game that they're from, you get another maybe vote. And if you can give me a full name, that is another maybe vote. Alright, chat. Whomst am I? Captain Falcon. Oh, oh, the crit's getting in there before Starge both times. You hate to see it. Given 5 seconds for someone to give me the full name. There it is. I would have just accepted Douglas Falcon, but yep, Douglas J. Falcon. That is 3 votes for Decrates and 1 for Starge.
But I didn't say I were wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He's not been eating me treats. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now he won't so much as look at him. Didn't like him, which is why.
Oh, I thought she had heterochromia, but nope, she just has a.
You've not been working him too
She's a
hard,
false
have
eye.
you?
No harder than usual. Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
What was it you said he was? A frost wolf?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woken inside him.
I suppose things have been different since Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean? Perhaps.
Perhaps. Yeah, it was 3 for...
Looking well, Karen.
You've robbed crates of a vote.
Out with it.
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn.
For the game.
Single-edged and extremely sharp.
Running around after him again, are you?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that. It's driving him to distraction.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private collections. Which made it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it? Where is it now?
You think I tell people who my clients are? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me, are you now? Fine. If you stop mooning at me like that. Lord Ignac's the man you want. Dalmekian bloke. Collects weapons and the like. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil, where I left him.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh, and he's a touch eccentric, if you take my meaning.
I appreciate the warning.
Alright. Hippocrates got... There's also someone down at Mid's workshop. Got another quest.
Lawsman.
I said it earlier, did I?
Something's not right with him.
What was the exact quote?
Ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite. Which is certainly a new development. She says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something to do with what happened at Rosalith Castle.
I rather think she might be right, though not about his appetite. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich.
Zeke, I think I actually owe you some for
I see no reason why a frost wolf should be any different. Accordingly, I
gift sub that you did beforehand.
But a surfeit of it. If we assume
yeah, I don't think Zeke, you should be getting 4 for giving a sub to Deck Crates last week. I'm pretty sure you didn't get that.
Well be that the bones Lady Karen
so yeah, 4 for whatever Zeke wants.
Frost wolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose bones may yield altogether different nutrients. As to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelopes that graze the meadows of eastern Rosaria
also minus 50 votes from Star
double that of their lesser cousins.
for being a sneaky breaky.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such creatures rarely leave the safety of the highlands for fear of predators. The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Cressida, and that was long before the village was abandoned.
Even so, it seems like a good place to start.
Good hunting, Clive.
The dog boys shall sleep no more.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
What are the chances of Mooba bringing that one up at that time?
Shh. I don't want you listening.
Is this better?
A little. Listen. I've some bad news. It turns out the hideaway may be slightly behind in its payment to certain lenders, and it's maybe my fault. But I swear to the goddess, I thought I had the numbers square. Sadly, that square turned out to be more of a circle.
I'm gonna be annoyed if I come back from this next story bit and these quests are gone.
I can straighten it out, I swear, but it's gonna take some time, and I'm gonna need help keeping it from Otto.
Bit late for that, I'd say.
There you are! What a surprise!
So let me get this straight. You forget to pay our lenders what they're due, and instead of coming straight to me, you get Clive to come to you. And I hope he'll dig you out of the hole you've dug for yourself. Clive, the man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. And you thought this was a cunning plan. Why? Well, who needs paying?
Oh, just Martha.
Sounds right.
And the Dane.
I know a lot of gamblers and very few of them hit it big.
Karen. But only 500 talents.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5
I know a guy who won the lottery.
Each.
And pretty much gambled the entire thing away.
Each. They lent us the bulk of the money we used to
Can't imagine doing that.
Well, I must have made some sort of oversight.
Those ledgers were my responsibility.
I would straight up sell the car lap.
Entrust them to you.
I think for things like that, you do get the option of taking the cash prize anyway.
I always ask my uncle.
No.
Like the worth of the car.
And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Rosfield's purse enough. After the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than to see.
Carly is 70% of the value. Once you take it a lot, don't take it a lot.
We'll need to learn to stand on our own if we're gonna make this work.
All right. But that doesn't mean you have to shoulder the burden yourself. Is there anything I can do to help?
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha and the Dame?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000 talents apiece, these are. A little something Sid and I set aside for when times got lean. And I reckon
you mean invest them in Funko Pops,
probably qualifies.
which are undoubtedly going to be a collector's item very soon.
There will be.
Should be me making the rounds, really. But you know how it is with this place. Orders to bark, arses to wipe, and all that.
I know. Which is why I don't mind going in your place.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because
Instantly spent on more scratch cards. I mean,
Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady
obviously
Karen
his luck was good.
Yes.
What else are you gonna do?
Well,
yeah, Funko Pops are going to be our post-apocalyptic
goodbye then.
Don't worry.
currency.
I'm sure Karen will understand.
Really? Do you think so?
I'm gonna sell Lep for
I don't.
1 Dr. Manhattan Funko Pop. One Christmas I was working the till, and a guy who used to buy loads of scratch cards came in to collect his winnings. He'd won 100 pounds.
Here, Sid. Reckon you might be just the man to help me out of a bit of bother, if you've a mind to.
Is there any limit to what anime openings you can put?
Well,
Alembic, the chief's got
I mean, preferably no nips.
lovely bit of kit, it is. Bunging a solution you want.
Can we stream it on Twitch?
Separate it out, just like that.
If it's like an open and has some just like the gimmick is
All the impurities.
excessive strobe lights.
Some of the stuff we need it for. That ain't
Not
good
that
enough.
either. But if you mean like in terms of number,
I've been
yeah,
looking for something to
not that
filter
I know
the
of.
liquid we'll be cooking off.
Although I would recommend checking both. I have a
could help me
a
out.
spreadsheet at the top of the anime OP opening list, and AOL has their own spreadsheet. I'd recommend checking both, just to make sure it's not on them. I mean, if it is, we can filter it out, but you know.
I imagine Ty could get some use out of this alembic too. Distilling medicines and the like.
Yeah, Zika's our
Why not?
Proper
our nip umpire.
So what exactly do you need for this filter?
Nothing but bomb ash'll do, says the chief. Gave me a sample she'd obtained from the university stores. Couldn't believe my eyes. You pour the blackest blight water through it, and it comes out clear as a mountain stream. So, I did a bit of reading about where I might be able to get hold of some. And do you know
They're
what
making a TikTok filter? Goddamn.
It's only the blimmin' bones of a bomb king. They leave them behind when they die, see?
What a time.
I take it that's where I come in.
If you wouldn't mind. I saw a billet on the hunt board for one just the other day. Would have gone myself, but, well, fighting dirty great balls of flame isn't exactly my forte. You, on the other hand...
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you kindly. And good hunting, eh?
All these side quests that I'm not gonna get to do. If they delete, I will be so upset. Make a save? It's too late to make a save. I suppose I can load my save. But I don't know where to fucking load from. I should stay the fuck away from my save. Yeah, you know what? Well, if I die, I die. Are you on a hunt for a bomb king, Kupo? If so, I have a billet that might interest you. The Bomb King. A cursebreaker aiming for the Imperial chase took a wrong turn into a nearby wood, within which he discovered the ruins of a fallen airship, and within them, a beast akin to a great ball of fire that chased her screaming from the grove. The soldier later identified the creature in an almanac of echoes, but was firm in her insistence that the bomb she saw was near 10 times the size of the one depicted therein. Alright. Yes, we'll go do this to Letty's Cleft, a narrow pass between otherwise impassable mountains, thought to have been torn from rock by the very gods themselves. Onward. Wait, I wonder... Can I... Yay, I can. Right, so... The mark is here. Yeah, I have no idea why they do that. That's silly, but I'll live. Yes. More. None of these names are ringing a bell. Baywatch. Westwatch. Zip RCA. Alright, well, we'll get this quest and pay back. And then we'll head down through the Imperial Chase. And if that's not it, we'll go wherever this is. Yo, thank you for the fifi knees. What's my top 3 anime openings? The opening for Zammed, Lost Memories. The first opening for Mob Psycho. And... I'm going to consult my whole ass tier list. Yeah, I'll go with the first one I read. Well, I have a top 11 here. The top 11 that I got from my own tier list included Paranoia Agent, Cowboy Bebop, the first opening of Soul Eater, Wolf's Rain, the first opening of Eureka 7, Serial Experiments Lane, Samurai Champloo, Mob Psycho, the first opening, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood's first opening, Attack on Titan's 6th opening, and Bokurano. Zammed should definitely be up there. Zammed's an excellent intro. Don't let it mislead you into thinking the anime is also going to be excellent. Stray, yeah. I mean, Stray's in the top 11. I just picked out 3 that I thought of first. Yeah, uninstall. You get it. You fucking get it. Uninstall. Uninstall.
What can I do without sweet water and oil of talc?
Milady, I come bearing gifts.
Gifts? Whatever
You
is
give her the milady.
occasion.
One of 3 brilliant gemstones acquired and set aside by Sid for a rainy day. Otto now deems that day to have arrived and wishes to use the rubies to pay off the 3 outstanding debts to Lady Karen, Martha of Martha's Rest, and Isabel of the Vale.
Oh my. Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
Otto asked me to give it to you. To settle the Hideaway's debt with the Vale. And to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me, Clive. I thought you might finally be warming to me. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time around. The man owes me nothing, nor does the Hideaway. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly. It was the least I could do.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake. And for Otto's. For all of us. For all you've done.
It is rather fetching, isn't it? Very well. Otto is lucky to have you, Clive. I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the Hideaway are the closest thing he
We get
has
an
to family.
Otto lore.
Otto had a son.
Long ago, yes. Sid told me Otto lost him when he was just a boy, and blamed himself for not being able to stop it. I don't know how it happened, whether there was anything he could have done, but it was clear that it weighed heavily on him.
I didn't know.
How could you have? I doubt anyone did. Besides Sid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence. An ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them.
I'm beginning to see that.
Bye. Doesn't say goodbye, just turns around and walks away. Alright. So we'll see if we can go via the Imperial Chase first.
Did you hear? The gates to heaven were reached by someone or something.
Fresh cut.
Ken Orvin.
You'll not find a bruised ribbon in the... Yeah.
Is this it? Sure is.
Be safe.
Huh. That's it. Heaven Hall. But finally there's a path to the side here leading to the Croc, which I think is the place I'm looking for. And if so, might be a good time to see of it. Oh, there it is. The Bomb King.
What we have here. Greetings, Your Majesty.
Witan, does he summon other bombs? He sure is. That's cute.
Nice try.
Love that.
You're finished.
Easy peasy. Bomb Ember. Figuratively, the smoldering soul of a bomb given life by unknown magics. Literally, a very hot rock. Fortunately, there are myriad uses for such a thing.
Your reign is over. Now to collect the ash. This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more. That should do it.
Love me some bomb ash.
And this, he can fetch it himself.
Cressida, that's... yeah, it's also... Rosaria. Cressida is where we fought the Morbol for the first time, I think.
People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
The St. Drake's Fang is gone. The whole Mother Crystal gone. What are we gonna do? Calm yourself.
My reputation will be ruined. Ruined!
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac.
Played a bit of Dead Rising 1. Actually, a bit of Dead Rising 2 as well, but I never really got like a ton of time with
Out! Get out!
I think I killed like
I paid for these rooms.
a few of the
Leave me be.
the psychos, whatever you call them, in Dead Rising 1. Dead Rising 2 I played for like half an hour.
His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never
Like I've started Dead Rising 1 a few times.
Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Very good, Lord.
Would definitely like to beat them at some point, for sure.
Stepping outside for a moment.
The Wii version.
I'm sorry if
How did that run?
Trouble. That? No. That's just how his lordship is. Though the morning's events have left him somewhat fractious. He has been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away with a considerable amount of coin. Coin the innkeeper will soon be keen to collect.
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the stolen items. A single-edged sword. It was purchased from a merchant friend of mine.
Ah, you know Lady Karen. Yes, I'm afraid it was.
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage. But I have one condition.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to anything that is within my power to grant.
I want an audience with Lord Ignac. A few minutes should be enough. Then I'll be on my way.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse. Of course, you shall have your audience.
I don't suppose you saw where the thieves went.
Should have asked for the sword.
I did not, no. Though some discreet inquiries made on his lordship's behalf mean that I know where you might find them. The bandit's bed. Every ill-gotten
Do indeed, Jumbo. Yeah.
is said to pass through that disreputable corner of the Valcroy.
And that's where I'm heading.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your absence, and arrange for an audience upon your triumphant return.
That will be very kind of you.
Farewell, and best of luck.
I mean, the funnier thing to me, at least, is that people actually want the old kind of Zelda as well. People are starting to clamor for it a bit. If it was just the fact that Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild came out and were as creative as they were, you could actually argue that that stands as a point for what the two of them were saying. But the fact that the demand exists for the games that they were, you know, naysaying seems the bigger irony to me. But either way, they're just being a couple of loudmouths. I don't think about what they say too much, except for, man, wasn't that embarrassing? And also, wasn't that indicative of a time when everyone was shitting over Japanese games in general?
You deserve a rest.
I think the legacy of, you know, Japanese gaming's biggest publishers and their abandoned IPs could probably in large part lay on that whole movement.
We've got company. Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off.
Oh, fuck's sake. Okay, do not spend your fucking icon time doing that. Yeah, I mean, the hat was more, it was Michael Jackson. You know, like the whole Michael Jackson dance segment.
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right. Let's get it back to Dalamil.
But yeah, no, I don't spend a whole ton of time thinking about the dumb things that people can say. Except for the dumb things that I say.
Wyvern. Glad to make your acquaintance.
A formidable name indeed. Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt. Redeem here tells me you wished for an audience. Is that all?
A few moments of your time should suffice, yes.
You're a peculiar...
Think about those a lot. The dumb things I say.
Right. Speak.
Understandable.
Master
There are a lot of
was
them.
Wondering if you could tell him about a certain single-edged sword you recently acquired.
Oh, a true work of art, that one.
Yeah, Jumbo, me and my sister left during Attack of the Clones. We left the cinema straight up. It's the only, still, to this day, the only movie that I've left.
And is used exclusively by the practitioners of a unique school of swordsmanship.
Are they samurai?
They believe no combat should ever exceed a single strike, and hone their blades to such perfection that none ever does. Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only.
Kaleo, thank you for the
On a
dolls.
second blow. There's a brutal sort of beauty to it, really.
But how do they hone such an edge?
Fine question. Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. 10,000 licks with the sharpening stone, then 10,000 more. But it is the final stone which lends the blade its legendary sharpness. A mineral quite foreign to this great realm of ours. And that is the key. The secret ingredient. Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal to services rendered. Take this, together with my regards.
Did I see episode 3? I have not to this day seen the entirety of
Far rarer
episode 3.
among collectors than even the blade itself, and a far more fitting.
I'm just not that into Star Wars, to be honest with you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship. However, it is long past time we prepared ourselves to depart.
So it is. I am locked in bitter competition with a rival collector of curiosities. I am one step ahead of the unscrupulous scoundrel, but he is hard at my heels.
And there are many other collectors out there.
Too many to count, but only one do I consider my nemesis. Lord Byron Rosfield. And is a perennial thorn in my side.
That's our guy.
I can imagine.
Farewell, Wyvern. May our paths cross again. Radim, we mustn't dawdle.
Clone Wars, is that the 3D one or the Tarkovsky one?
Taken with you, Master Wyvern. Thank you again for your assistance. Coming, my lordship. I'll be right there.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival. Now, let's see what Blackthorn makes of this whetstone, shall we?
The 3D one. Luscious hair, yeah. Clive is very much a walking conditioner advert. But that's the shit I'm into.
Clive, we weren't expecting you.
I wasn't expecting to be here, but it seems we still owe you a considerable amount of coin for your help with our rebuilding efforts. And though I doubt it's what you were expecting, we were hoping you'd take this as payment.
A star ruby? I can't accept this. It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever borrow from me again. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about this? I'd have expected Otto. Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to death again.
Something like that.
Hugo should have been more bald, wasn't he? Wasn't he pretty bald as
Same
is?
always, eh? Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander.
I mean, he
word
turned
is
even
he was
bolder.
the first one Sid reached out to.
I mean, when the
Probably
Titan.
knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea would never get off the ground. Sid may have been the face of the hideaway, but Otto's always been the backbone. And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end
He
of
became
it. That Otto would
bolder.
just give up.
His death was hard on everyone. But it must have hit Otto hardest of all.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I recall, he was the one who nominated you as Sid's replacement, and rallied the rest around you. I reckon what he saw in Sid, he saw in you too.
Yeah, it definitely fits for Smash though, Jumbo. Like, Smash is
you're half as stubborn and
more
twice as
cartoony in
handsome
general.
either.
Even Snake's design is
That,
cartoonier
and keep good company.
by a little bit.
I suppose I do. Go will want to know the stones.
But yeah, everyone looks great in Remake.
He's still with us.
But yeah, it's like, that's one thing this game does. I like a lot of the little NPC moments in this. Even though it does make you spend a lot of time with them. I actually think that a lot of the side quest writing's pretty decent. Not fighting you, go away.
Ready, go? Run like the wind.
Nope, I run past it. Visor is in... What's it for? Is it just like a aesthetic cyberpunk thing? It's like those
It's certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place.
maybe just like the cat ear headphones you see a lot of people wearing.
I doubt we'll find one bigger than
Oh
that.
shit.
Hungry, Torgal?
It's very funny comboing antelopes. What kind of headphones do I use? I use Razer Tournament Editions. The only fitting headphone for a gamer like me. Damn. It's a pretty cool shot. Are they just black? Yeah, I think so. Let me check. Yep. Just black all over. Heard Razer headset mics aren't good. This one is. I've had like Turtle Beach. I've had can't even remember the other brand I had, but this one has been very good to me so far.
No. Will it be enough, I wonder? I say that answers my question.
God, tech lasting a decade.
Things.
We'd love to see it.
You're just a big puppy, aren't you? A very big puppy.
Our quest is whole just Torgal being bummed out because he wanted better
You can
bones.
take that with you, Torgal. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you got your appetite back. Come on, boy.
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off somewhere. Take him for a walk, did you?
You could say that.
So, Molly's leftovers weren't good enough, eh? That'll teach me for treating you like you're still a pup.
Orf.
All right, no need to shout. Now we know what you're after, I can see about getting some in.
Speaking of which, I brought one for later. Can I leave it with you?
You brought 5 for later, Clive, you liar. Ecto, welcome in.
Nice like that.
Hope work is being kind to you.
In return, you can thank Tomes for me. The bloody know-it-all.
I was just on my way to see him.
But yeah, next time I get headphones, I'll look for Sennheisers for sure. If it's getting the triple wreck.
Sorry for the wait. But hopefully you'll agree it was worth it.
You learned something about that sword then?
I did better than that.
Slab of rock quarried on the southern continent, its unparalleled hardness makes it perfect for sharpening blades, forged from all manner of metals, from bronze to adamantite.
A whetstone?
Yes. But not one you'll find.
Yeah, Ecto, I think I'd like that as well.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels. Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you were.
Even so, is there some way it could be used to give the curse breakers an edge?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel.
Oh, it's wireless?
Make a twin of the blade to rattle me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fire piece. Nah, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hard-wearing for that matter. Just imagine it. Good Valisthian steel with an edge as sharp as any found in the Outer Isles. I won't make a copy, nah. I'll make something much better.
I'm sure the curse breakers will be
Use a
delighted.
dongle to convert it to a smaller thing if it's a PC input for audio. Ah.
Don't you worry about me, sunshine. I'll be working day and night
So yeah,
since I was
proper
half your age. And
video
I'll still
stuff.
be here when you're long gone.
They come with a converter.
Thanks, Clive. I mean it. I owe you one. August too. It's good to know someone's looking out for me.
He'll be happy to hear you said that.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make's got your name on it. You come and find me when you've got the materials.
All right. I will.
Oh. Excalibur? Oh, dang. That feels very end-gamey.
What do you need? What's that for you, dear?
I can make it right now. Though modern-day plays such as The Adventures of Sir Brandel have taken to embellishing the tale considerably, historians do agree that long ago the nations of Alisea were, for a short time, united under a single king and his band of loyal knights. Whether or not he was indeed crowned upon drawing a sword from a stone is still a matter up for debate.
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
We did it. Diamond sword. More like diamond snores.
That it? Fine.
Sure. Neat looking sword. Why not? Yeah, it's not like over-designed or anything. Nice enough.
Ah, Clive. Were you able to locate your quarry?
We were indeed, Lawsman. You pointed us in exactly the right direction. And Torgal's been a very happy hound ever since.
Very good, very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way, for your part in solving the mystery.
Ah. But that reminds me.
The
After your
Excalibur.
last visit, I found myself pondering Torgal's talents. Do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in Torgal's transformation?
About how she somehow woke the power within him.
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion, I thought. But one which raised certain questions in my mind. You see, the Fenrir of legend served Shiva and Shiva alone. And while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature to those you described Torgal as having used.
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one icon's power. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Cid. In short, the icons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw, have been diverse and plenty, and that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. One can but speculate as to how all of this has affected Torgal.
He has seemed more fierce of
Our
late.
dog's got radiation
If I'm not
poisoning.
mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are fortunate indeed to be able to count him amongst our allies and not our adversaries.
Oh. He's more than an ally. He's a friend.
No. Torgal, my buddy. Caval's Fang. Even a legendary king, surrounded by the realm's greatest knights and blessed by the very heavens, would have found himself hard-pressed to unite the warring tribes of ancient Valisthea. Fortunately, he had the help of his fine and trusty hind, Caval. But yeah, to get Excalibur, we need whatchamacallem, Gilgamesh himself to appear. Alright.
I don't know where Cid gets the energy.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Good. Still alive, I see. So Lady Karen accepted the ruby.
Ah, about that. I tried my best, but she was just too stubborn to take it. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could stick my stupid stone where the sun don't shine.
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever. Let me see what I can do.
Oh, Wonderful. I hope you have better luck than I did.
I gotta run back to Karen? God damn it.
I think Mid might need some help tidying up.
All right there, Sid? How's that hunt for the bomb ash going?
I have it here.
That's the stuff. And plenty of it, too. Enough to keep the Alembic bubbling away for a good old while. You're a gent, Sid. Let nothing say otherwise. Right then, let's get this contraption up and running. There we have it.
That contraption is indeed up and running.
Telemon Alembic. And it works just like the chief said it would.
Very impressive.
Says the man who cut down a burning boulder. Speaking of which, I still haven't returned the favor.
There's no need. The good it will do for the hideaway is reward enough.
Don't be silly.
This Owen guy is very overacting for the tone of this
Let me
game.
Take a look at that bag of yours. The one you keep your potions in. Reckon I could work some magic on that, huh?
What kind of magic?
Well, we happen to have isolated a substance in our test run of the Alembic that I reckon will make even the toughest lever supple as anything. Thought we might use it to breathe new life into old boots and the like. Save the hideaway a few gil. But I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag, it'll loosen it up enough for you to
Don't slap
squeeze
my
in one or
bag.
two more.
Well, it can't hurt to try, I suppose.
But yeah, I mean, it
That's
does
the spirit.
have those.
Leave it with me.
A couple on the ship would be nice, though.
Well,
You meant in the ship, yeah.
It certainly feels more flexible.
right? Told you.
Thank you.
Oh, Jesus.
I think.
Didn't even say it was the battery was low. What the hell?
Thank you for supporting Mid and the rest of us in our endeavors. Without you, we'd never have been able to discover wonders like that stuff I rubbed on your bag. And I'm telling
This
you,
stuff rubbed
there's plenty more where that came from.
on my bag. Wait, that was a straight up flirt in there. Wow. An increase to the inventory that I don't use. Let's fucking go. Home point crystals. Is that what they're called in 11? Before they knew how to name things.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Oh, this time. You watch yourself out there, all right? Clive, here you go. Always something in there.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Is everything we've received and everything promised?
A light from the heavens, the goddess Grigor teaches us that to walk with the wretched is an act of greater good. If we were to accept this truth, then one could not rightly call he who follows this path an outlaw. A humble
Here
servant.
you are. Come again. I may have more for you.
You got a new attack.
me she was building a ship.
Have I kissed the Blarney Stone? I have not. I've not visited it myself. Oh yeah, shit. Yeah, you definitely wouldn't go about kissing an eye. That's for sure.
Lady Karen, Goat tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you lot me hard-earned gil. I may have tossed a talent or two in the Hideaway's coffers, but those were donations, and you can hardly call it charity if you go asking for it back.
Of course not. But one good turn deserves another.
Attractive as a stone. I think people just kissing it because it's a real pretty stone.
Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh, so you're a prince now, are you? Fine. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like it or not.
If it goes to make me talk to Goat again,
Did you even get this?
I swear to
A
fuck.
decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself and ask twice as much. Might be I already have a buyer in mind. Might be you even know her. A fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
Sister, you got me to play Incredible Crisis, which is literally a movie.
I hear you ended up delivering all 3 stones. Thanks to this lump. I sometimes wonder what I pay you for.
Speaking of which, I still haven't been paid last month's wages.
Oh, so you remember what's owed to you then? Get your ass behind that disc of yours and don't get up before those ledgers are square.
Right away.
I've seen that before.
You have, yeah. Plenty of times. It was the only goblet Sid ever used. Either out of habit, or because the filthy soul couldn't be bothered to find a clean one.
I knew so little about him.
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him.
I bet they do.
How long did you know Sid before he...
Before he died. 20 summers, give or take. Back in the day, I was a purser on a trade ship, which is where I met him. He bought passage to... I forget where. But having nothing better to do on the long nights, we set up drinking island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties. Quit my post not long after that. On account of making a fine maiden's belly fat. But me and Sid stayed close, promising we'd one day sail the seas again. That was before fate stepped in and said she was having none of it. The magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day, and there was no hiding his knack.
Couldn't you and your family have...
My family were the ones who summoned the constable, wanted the monster taken away. I couldn't turn my back on him, forget what I felt, and I couldn't for the life of me understand how they could. Luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me. It was him who stood beside me when all I wanted was to tear the whole world down. Him who cried for me when I had no tears left of my own. Him who swore he'd do everything he could to stop it from happening again. And he was true to his word, too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. His ranks, his ribbons, gone. Just like that. Threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else had the courage to face. I knew then I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth.
That is a neat bit of backstory to tie to a side quest.
He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid.
Our
Saw
boy.
the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone.
Let me hear his voice again.
But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall.
More Sid smoking fat darts, yeah. True.
But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
Hmm? What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went.
You missed the gay karma.
Why would he? Him or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off.
In this game, we can talk about the gay dominant, and that means a thing in the game.
You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather goat at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
Ain't that nice? Sid's goblet. According to Otto, Sid never once washed his goblet, despite using it every day for both wine and small beer. I don't want that anymore. Think you ought to have this?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
You fucked it, Kaleo.
I don't know where Sid gets the energy. He cracked the crystal too.
Your phone does not recognize the name Otto, it simply says it does not exist. Miraculously undamaged in the attack on the old hideaway, Otto held onto the featureless clay cup to remind him of his lost friend, before giving it to Clive, knowing that Sid would have wanted the proud bearer of his legacy to have it. Minor typo rune, you'd love to see it. Alright, I think that is gonna be it for tonight, my friends. Thank you everybody for joining me. Thank you Scobert for the resub and Zeke for the resub as well. I really appreciate it. I'll be back again tomorrow at roughly 10:30 AM BST. Gonna be playing some more Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. My next evening stream will be Wednesday evening. We'll be playing Divinity Original Sin 2. New games this week. On Thursday morning, we're playing Slipstream, the indie racing time trial driving game. And then on Friday evening, we are doing a big scoop of Dual Gear, which is a hybrid turn-based tactical RPG meets action game. It's an early access one that is undergoing a big transformation pretty soon in the future, so I want to play it before it undergoes said transformation. But yeah, thank you everybody for joining me. Thank you Parsec, thank you Kaleo, Ecto, Sisto, thank you Pimmy, Lep, Sussy. They say Rune, they say Scoby, they say Karma, Tealer. Well, we're going to go on raid Tealer right now, in fact. But yeah, thank you Decreates, Jumbo, Yuho, everybody who's been with me. Really appreciate y'all. Please go say hello to Tealer is Good, who's playing Hi-Fi Rush. Another pretty darn good game. And yeah, hopefully I'll see y'all next time. Be it tomorrow morning for some Zelders, Wednesday for Divinity, or later in the week for whatever else I'm getting up to. Until next time, take care everybody, be good, and bye-bye.